Welcome to the Crypto Investments channel. In this video, I will talk about dogelonmars price prediction and dogelonmars news today. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Write in the comments your price forecast for dogelonmars in 2022. Dogelonmars is a dog-themed meme coin on Ethereum and Polygon. It follows the example of other successful dog coins like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu and Floki Inu. Dogelonmars plays on several popular themes in the meme coin space. Its name is a mixture of Dogecoin and Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur who is an outspoken supporter of Doge. It alludes to Mars, a spin on the famous moon meme, implying that Dogelon will experience a massive upward movement. Beyond its tongue-in-cheek name, dogelonmars has managed to build a significant community, with more than 300,000 Twitter followers, and more than 84,000 followers on Telegram. Just like is the case for its more prominent and more established cousins, the founders of this particular dog coin are unknown. That is somewhat of a common occurrence for meme coins, and investors are well advised to do due diligence with little-known coins to avoid falling victim to malicious practices like rug pulls and exit scams. With that said, Elon has been on the market for several months, making the likelihood of the coin being a scam relatively small. So let's start with the most important news of the past days about dogelonmars. Elon Musk won't sell his Bitcoin, reveals what assets to hold during high inflation. Elon Musk, the world's richest man, revealed what assets he thinks it's good to hold when inflation is high while saying he won't sell his BTC, ETH, and Doge. The world's richest man Elon Musk took it to Twitter to reveal that the company he spearheads, Tesla, is coming under pressure from the increasing inflation. He also shared his ways to hedge against inflation. In a recent Twitter post, Musk asked the Twitter community to share their thoughts about the probable inflation rate over the next few years. He then added that the inflation pressure is already affecting Tesla and SpaceX, as prices of raw materials keep rising. In response, Bitcoin bull and MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor speculated that United States dollars consumer inflation will continue near all-time highs, while asset inflation will run at double the rate of consumer inflation. Weaker currencies will collapse, and the flight of capital from cash, debt and value stocks to scarce property like Bitcoin will intensify, Saylor added. Adding to that, Musk said that it is usually better to own physical objects or stock in companies that make good products than fiat currencies when inflation is high. U.S. Stock Consumer Price Index, CPI, spiked 7.9% from a year ago, the highest level in more than 40 years. Musk took to Twitter to ask his followers about the probable inflation rate over the next few years. Dogecoin co-founder Billy Marcus also made fun of Saylor's hyperbolic Bitcoin shilling. The centibillionaire himself recommended his followers to own physical things or stocks in those companies that produce high-quality products. The case is also increasingly tilting in Ripple's favor going by the latest rulings. Last week, presiding judge Analisa Torres ruled to deny the SEC's motion to strike out Ripple's fair notice defense. The ruling opens the door for Ripple to argue that the SEC failed to warn the firm of wrongdoing before it filed a lawsuit. And second news today about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge see boost in Ukraine as President Zelensky legalizes crypto. The Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine has officially confirmed the legalization of the crypto sector by Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin donations to the country soar past $100 million. Ukraine's Parliament Verkhovna Rada passed the law that legalized digital assets, including crypto, last month. President Zelensky has now signed the law on virtual assets, thus fulfilling the final requirement for establishing the legal status of cryptocurrencies in the country. The law enables Ukrainian and foreign crypto exchanging, announced that her new Bitcoin bill includes a tax exclusion for purchases made with crypto of up to $600. She tweeted, "Can you imagine tracking every cup of coffee or hamburger purchase for currency gains or loses sick at time of transaction? Nightmare." Elon Musk, currently working to incorporate crypto into the U.S. tax code, has been drafting the Responsible Financial Innovation Act since last year, tweeting previously that she's putting the final touches on it. Elsewhere in politics, STEM and privacy advocate Brian Solston announced that he's running for U.S. Senate, and that establishing BTC as legal tender in the U.S. will be my primary objective on the Senate floor. On Wednesday, Tom Emmer, the Minnesota Republican and chair of the Blockchain Caucus, shared numerous tips that the United States Securities and Exchange Commission was making overburdensome requests of the crypto community, saying such measures could be stifling innovation. Emmer then sent a letter to the SEC, co-signed by 7 colleagues, asking the federal agency to clarify how it gathers information from cryptocurrency-linked companies, while also requesting that the SEC's practices conform to the standards established in the Paperwork Reduction Act, which limits the burden the government imposes on private businesses and citizens. On Thursday, Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts rolled out a bill to close potential loopholes that could have enabled Russian oligarchs to use crypto to evade sanctions. Warren tweeted, in part, "We can't allow Putin and his cronies to hide their wealth and evade economic sanctions using cryptocurrency. The bill is not without its critics. The day of the announcement, Washington, D.C. Based think tank Coin Center said that the legislation's vague language would place sweeping restrictions on the cryptocurrency ecosystem under the guise of bolstering sanctions against Russia for its unjustified invasion of Ukraine. Coin Center further called the bill unnecessary, overbroad, and unconstitutional. Last week, one unfortunate football-loving soul paid $518,628 for a football that at least for a little while was used for the final touchdown pass of Tom Brady's career. Little did the bidder know, the next day the Tampa quarterback announced his retirement, thus rendering the ball nearly worthless. Bitcoin Maxi Brady, who rocks red laser eyes on his Twitter profile pic, heard about the unfortunate purchase and tweeted to crypto exchange FTX. Could we donate a Bitcoin to the charity of this person's choice? Brady has a stake in FTX. And innovations are found, an increase in the number of users and advertising is possible. If the market focuses on investment in dogelonmars, the price could be higher. By 2024, it may reach a maximum value of $0.0000221. Elon is expected to reverse slightly if the market goes down. The year 2024 could end with an average price of $0.0000192, a low price of $0.0000186, and an expected price of $0.0000221. Course forecast 2025 Elon will be seen as the best option, and with the spread of the Dogelon community, Mars is finding new highs. Price swings are hard to predict, especially if the market is more bullish or bearish than ever. For the year 2025, the dogelonmars price will be almost $0.0000271. The maximum bet we can get is $0.0000326. Dogelonmars average price forecast for the end of 2025 could be around $0.0000278. A large price turnover is expected in the turnover observed in the cryptocurrency market. Dogelonmars course prediction 2026 volatility drives the cryptocurrency market. Today, forecasting and implementation at current prices is expected. Many cryptanalysts are at play in this regard. Price predictions are correct for recovery years. Cryptocurrency consumers still ban and restrict cryptocurrencies. Dogelonmars could cross $0.0000464 if the market sees a good normal run in 2026. Elon rate prediction 2027 Dogelonmars will increase the load on the network and interaction with people. Therefore, the settlement price for 2027 is bullish. According to analysts, Elon is expected to trigger a $0.0000709 rate hike by the end of 2027. On the other hand, it is very optimistic that the future of dogelonmars will eventually grow. Thus, the predicted average price of Elon will be between $0.0000600 and $0.0000617 expected in 2027 depending on the market. As stated in the same slogan, the maximum price of Elon changes from $0.0000600 to $0.0000709 for 2027. Dogelonmars course prediction 2028 The current price range of dogelonmars may be of interest to many traders, and therefore Elon could reach $0.0001049 by 2028, with an average rate of $0.0000905 for 2028. It could beat the latest price trend and reach new highs. Slogan bets can be made as the cryptocurrency market may see another usual trend.